Mr. DeSloover. I'm actually going to record this video for first block and fourth block since Mrs. Pierce is out today, but both classes are going to be doing the same thing. So this will serve as kind of the instructional video for both first block and fourth block. Again, I'm really sorry I've been out this week. Obviously, not my choice. Feel good over here, but just trying to do the right thing and stay away from people in the off chance that I did contract COVID. But anyways, so let's start off with what we're going to do today. The first thing you're going to do today, we're going to skip journals. We're going to skip daily language review because I want to give you the chance. You got a couple tests to complete, and you got a writing assignment as well. So there's a lot going on today. I want to give you a ton of time to get it done. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take the coordination test, which we've been working on this week. We've been working on coordination. We've been working on independent clauses. We've been working on semicolons, coordinated conjunctions, all those things. So let's go ahead and take that. It's all on Google Classroom. You can put your answers right there. All I ask is that you just stay on that tab when you're there. That part is not an open book or open notes test. I probably will, since I'll be on the Zoom link. I'll monitor your screens via Classroom Relay. So please don't give me any reason to think that you're being dishonest about your coordination test. When you're done with the coordination test, you're going to go to HMH Ed, and you're going to take the online selection and unit test, the sensors. So this one looks a lot like the online selection test we've taken before. Probably about 10 multiple choice, 2 written responses. The one thing that I do want to say, and I'm going to pop my little screen up here at the bottom, the answer to number 1 is B. It is the second option. It is the option that says ION. It asks about a suffix, and that's a concept that we didn't go over. So the answer to number 1 is B. Make sure you get that one right. Remember, your online selection tests are always open book, so you can use the text, but that means that I really expect that you have that you have well-written written responses, because it's important that is the case. I don't know if my little movie recording is recording down here, but that's kind of interesting. So anywho, if it's not, oh well. So yes, well-written responses, since it is an open book. The next thing you're going to do is, so you're done with the coordination test, you're done with the HMH online selection test, you're going to kick over to a writing assignment for today, and the writing assignment is going to be the letter that Juan was writing to Mariana. So I'm going to show you an example here in a second, but if you remember the premise of Juan's journey, and hopefully we'll have a chance to talk about it next week when I get back, was that, he wanted to write this letter to Mariana, and, at the end, you guys were probably like, what the heck just happened? Why did Juan do that? But before we get to talk about that, what I want you to do is to write the letter. Okay, write the letter that Juan was writing to Mariana. So yeah, this requires a little creativity. It requires a little bit of you putting yourself in Juan's head. What do you think Juan would want to write to Mariana? That's the first part of it. The second part you're going to do is you're going to use the commenting feature on Google to highlight, mark, and annotate the parts that might be flagged by the censors. So what I mean by that is, obviously, Juan lives in a very oppressive government. He lives in a system where, he's not allowed to communicate via words with someone who he cares about. So, yeah, that's not right. Okay, anyways. So you are going to pretend like you are the censors, and you are noticing maybe coded language in Juan's letter that might be dangerous to the government or to the system. Okay, so what I did here was I wrote an example, and I'll let you read through the text itself. But remember, what Juan said about his letter was that it was irreproachable, meaning it was beyond any sort of suspicion. But what I did was I took my letter, and then you can see I used the commenting feature over here on the right-hand side to show some instances where the censors might have tried to read into Juan's language, like this trip is tearing us apart, and the censors thought that might mean he's trying to tear more citizens from our country and make them leave for Paris, because that's where Mariana is. All right, so try to include some things in your letter that might be kind of like spy-like, pretend like you're James Bond or 007 and you're trying to get a secret message out. And then as the censor, you notice, oh, this is something that's supposed to be seditious, or it's supposed to be something that's against this government control. All right, so it's a little bit fun. You get to put your like James Bond 007 hat on. The coordination test and the and the HMH online selection test should be done by the time you leave class. The letter from Juan to Mariana, hopefully you can finish before the class is over, but if not, that one is homework. Okay, so by the time you show up on Monday, everything will be all done. I don't know why my little movie recording here at the bottom is not doing its thing, but I hope this thing works. Have a great weekend. I'm really sorry I wasn't there all week. I'll be back on Monday, and we'll hopefully get back to something that resembles normality.